Friends, Jordan Montgomery here, and we're glad that you've tuned into another episode of the Growth Over Goals podcast. Before we jump into today's conversation, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Thompson & Co. Salon and Parlor. Thompson & Co. Salon and Parlor is a family-owned, stylist-owned community salon that fits the needs for all types of families. Located in downtown Iowa City and now a second location in Coralville, North Liberty area, TCO specializes in all things hair. In fact, that's where I've been getting my hair done for the last 7 years. TCO specializes in hair cutting, razor cutting, the most modern color techniques, and high-end hair extensions. As one of Iowa's only intercoiffure salons and Salon Today's top 200 salons in the U.S., TCO looks forward to being the salon of choice for you and those you love. Be sure to call or book on their website today at thompsonandcosalon.com. Thank you, TCO, for all you do for us and our community. Welcome back to the Growth Over Goals podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Montgomery. Today's a solo episode. It's just the two of us hanging out, but today we're talking about you. We're talking about your goals and your vision for this next year. We want you to make this next year your best year ever. Here's what I know. A lot of people, when it comes to vision planning, wait until the holidays. They'll kind of use that week between, say, Christmas and New Year's to start working on their vision. I'm going to tell you, my opinion is that's way too late. If you wait until January 1 to complete your vision for next year, you just don't really have any time to get feedback on your vision. There's not enough time to tweak it, change it, pray on it. My suggestion would be complete your vision before the holiday season. Try to get to it in the first, second, third week of December if you can. Remember, if it's not written down, it's not a vision. It doesn't count. So make sure you write your vision down. Get it into a format where it's 3 to 5 pages, is detailed, write about it in future tense. And I just want to share some quotes with you as we dive into this conversation about vision. I'm going to give you 3 questions that I'd love for you to answer. Before we go there, Andy Stanley said this about vision. He said, everyone ends up somewhere in life. Very few people end up there on purpose. Michael Hyatt said, without a vision, people drift. And no one drifted to a destination they would have chosen. Finally, Michael Hyatt also says, if your dream doesn't require a team, your dream is not big enough. I want to give you 3 questions as you approach next year and you think about your vision. The first question is this: is your vision clear? Is your vision clear enough that anyone could understand it? Could you give your vision to any stakeholder and they look at it and say, yep, I get it. I know exactly what you want to accomplish for next year. I'd also ask you, is it comprehensive? You know, is your vision about the different parts of your life, or is it 90% focused or 80% focused on your business? We see so many leaders who overweight their vision professionally, which is sad. At the end of the day, our lives are interconnected. You know, your fitness is connected to your health, which is connected to your finances, which is connected to your relationships, which is connected to your business. So it needs to be clear. It needs to be comprehensive. Your vision should be so clear that anyone can understand it. Remember that simplicity and clarity are the antidotes to complexity and uncertainty. Number 2, is your vision inspiring? When you read your vision, does it fire your imagination? Does it get you excited? Is there any part of your vision that makes you even a little bit nervous? Here's a great question to ask yourself when you're done writing your vision. You read it, you assess it, you pray on it. Ask yourself this question: did I protect myself? It's a question that comes from Ben Newman. I love that question. Did I protect myself? If you did, from what? What are you fearing? Too many people don't leave change on the table. And I know that sounds contrary in a personal development world where we're supposed to be committed and disciplined. Listen, this is my belief. If you're the type of person that every single year accomplishes every single thing that you wrote down, you're probably not thinking big enough about what's possible. I had a young man tell me the other day, he said, you know what? I'm the real committed type. Like, I don't put something in writing unless I know I'm going to chase after it. And then he tells me this proudly. He says, I've never set a goal that I have not hit. I've never set a goal that I have not hit. He's proud. And I responded, I said, man, that is so sad to me that you don't think bigger about what's possible. Because for people that think really big about what's possible, they usually leave a little bit of change on the table at the end of the year. And it's not a lot of change, but there's 5% of change, there's 3% of change. If you're thinking really big about what's possible and you get to next year and you're 97% of the way there, I don't think you're going to be upset about the 3%. Think big about next year. Don't protect yourself. Get a little bit nervous. Get excited about what next year holds for you. Stretch your imagination. Is your vision inspiring? The third question is it practical? A follow-up question will be, have you done the math? Do you really understand what it takes to accomplish your vision on a day-to-day basis? Remember, winners value the process of winning. We're not valuing the output, we're valuing the input. The input is what you put in. What are you going to put into next year? Day in and day out. What you do daily establishes who you become permanently. Work backwards with your vision. Understand, hey, to get to where I want to go next year with my health, with my fitness, with my finances, in my business, here's what I need to do day in and day out to be the best version of myself. And then finally, create an environment of accountability. Understand what accountability is going to look like for you next year. We've recommended this to so many of our coaching clients. Nobody likes it, and everybody thinks it's a good idea. Very few people implement it. Stakeholder communication. Kind of a pain in the butt, right? But here's what I tell people. Send an email to 5 to 10 stakeholders. These are people where they trust you, they respect you, they're an active participant in your success. There's mutual trust and respect. Could be a spouse, a best friend, a boss. You're going to pick one dominant business goal, and for the first 90 days of this next year, you're going to commit to that goal, and you're going to report to the stakeholder group at the end of every week. So on a Monday, you could say, for example, I'm waking up at this time, or I'm doing this activity in my business, and I'm going to commit to it. And I'm going to email you at the end of every week to let you know that I got it done. And if I don't, please hit reply all and ask me why I did not follow through on my commitment. Understand what accountability looks like for you next year. Commit to some stakeholders. Put people in the stands. Go public with the people who are important to you. They're an active participant in your success. There's mutual trust and respect. Build an environment of accountability. 3 simple questions. Is it clear? Is it inspiring? Is it practical? Your vision is not a vision if it's not written down. Everyone ends up somewhere in life. Very few people end up there on purpose. And without a vision, people drift. No one drifted to a destination they intended to be at. Good luck. Make next year your best year ever. We're grateful that you tuned into today's message. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being with me. As always, it's a benefit to this podcast, to the mission of impacting more people in more ways. If you would like, review, or rate this podcast. God bless you. Be well. Have an amazing day and go attack next year.